Taurus, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. So this is going to be for February 12th through the 29th. Keep in mind that this is general. That means not all the messages are going to resonate. And if you'd like something tailored specifically for you, the information to book a reading is in the description box below. So you'll notice I do have a join sign. So I do have memberships going. If you sign up, you get 2 written readings for each zodiac sign on the 15th and the 30th of each month. So on those days, you would check the community tab and I would have additional guidance that Spirit wants you to know. So additional to these messages will help you moving forward. And sometimes, there's information that you need to know. So let me see what you guys have coming up. 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Wheel, Queen of Swords, the Tower, 9 of Wands, and the High Priestess. So you guys are going to be focusing on your happiness, self-care, self-love, self-admiration. This is you being selfish, but not in a bad way, in a way to put more focus on you and your own needs. And if you're not in that energy, that's what they're encouraging you to do around this time. Ace of Cups is all about self-love, self-care, self-admiration, you putting in work into yourself the same way that you do for other individuals. So that could be a lesson for you that you need to learn, because some of you, it's like you get up the second someone needs your help, but you don't give yourself that same amount of love, effort, and time. And that's not fair to you. And so just look back on what you need and focus on that. With the Ace of Cups, there is the energy of also new love. So if you're single, there is new love that's coming in. If you're already in a relationship, this is some type of elevation in your connection. So if you're just dating, it could be engagement. If you're engaged, this could be marriage. This could also be the birth of a child or even conception. So if you are pregnant, congratulations. If not, there's a possibility for you guys that are trying to bear kids to do so in the near future. The 8 of Cups is here to show that you have to let go of things that don't serve you. This is like letting go of people, places, things that you've outgrown. Some of you are reluctant to let people go because you feel like you need them or you have some type of codependency to them. And this is something that you need to work on, because truly you already have the knowledge and the wisdom that you need. There's also going to be an emphasis with the next full moon. You're going to be doing some clearing work moving forward, because there's some sort of change that's coming, and this is good change. The High Priestess is also here to show that this is a time for you to listen to your intuition and your gut. It's not going to steer you in the wrong direction. Some of you need to discern between anxiety and gut feelings, because you tend to either confuse the two or you don't really have a clear connection to your body. And this also can help you create unnecessary decisions, because once you're about to make a bad decision, it's like your gut will warn you so that you can choose a new direction. The Wheel is also here to show that you're walking into the next phase of your life. If someone has done you wrong, they're going to be receiving their karma between 2021 and 2022. This Wheel is also here to show that you have some sort of emphasis with your ancestors. So if you guys have been having an urge to look up your bloodlines, or just to look at the past and history to see where you come from, this is meant to be. There's someone watching that has some sort of like Egyptian background as well. But with the Queen of Swords being here, you have to kind of be in the energy of being cold and logical. Not that you're not loving, but it's like you overextend yourself to people so much to where they take advantage of you. So now they're forcing you to kind of have this cold exterior, because the Queen of Swords has been through a lot of heartbreak and pain, even if you are a male. And it's caused you to kind of look at the world differently. But it's also helped you gain wisdom and knowledge, because you're wearing a red dress, and red signifies knowledge and wisdom, as well as the root chakra. So they're putting an emphasis on you needing to focus on your stability in general, not just with your home and your household, but how stable and grounded do you feel within yourself. Queen of Swords is also someone who's more cerebral driven, someone who will cut out any nonsense or BS the second that they see it. So this is the energy that they want you to embody, because you have a tendency of giving people the benefit of doubt, or just not seeing things for what they are, and then you end up heartbroken or disappointed in the near future. If you should have just had you listened to yourself and your intuition, it's like you could have avoided that pain and those misunderstandings. And so this is just a time where you need to put yourself first. With the Tower card being here, something is coming crashing down. So if this is not a connection or something that is related to the heart, this is in relation to stability. This is like building a foundation on quicksand. So it was only a matter of time before it came crashing down. The bright side is once whatever this is destroyed, you have a chance to build it back up on a more stable foundation, or to move forward to something that's beneficial for you. But with the Nine of Wands, I also see that you have a lot of wounds based off of how people have dealt with you and mistreated you and broken your heart and took you for granted. And there's things that you need to address so that you can let go of that and let go of those burdens that you carry, so that the future doesn't hold so much on your back. Because I feel like you tend to carry a lot of other people's loads, and that's really none of your business. And I know you're very caring and nurturing and compassionate, but you have to put limits and know when to focus and retract that energy back to yourself. The High Priestess is here to show that you do have a tie to the occult. Some of you are Ascended Masters, Star Seeds, Indigo Children, just people that were sent here to help Earth's vibration increase. And so because you're a Taurus sign, you tend to be very grounded, earthly matters like money and materialism, but you need to focus more on your spirituality, because I feel like there's a key, or there's something that you need when it comes to your success in the future that's going to lie in the information that you receive from downloads from spirit that you can get when your mind is at ease, which is usually those first couple of minutes when you wake up and right before you fall asleep, when you're in that lucid dreaming state. So meditation is something that can benefit you, because it will give you the keys to a lot of things that most people don't have. Let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages. Okay, so what does Taurus need to know for the 12th through the 29th? Three of Swords. Yeah, this is a time for healing any heartbreak or pain or anything that you're keeping within, so that you can move forward freely. This woman looks very free, especially in the environment where there's a ton of nature. So you benefit from going outside a lot, or just going into the mountains if you're near any trees. You putting your feet on the ground barefoot will help you as well, because not only does nature cleanse you, but it helps replenish any energy that you may be missing. So the Three of Swords is here that you could receive some sort of heartbreak or pain. If you were expecting something, this may be a sign that you're not going to get exactly what you wanted. But with that happening as well, it's going to push you more towards yourself and focusing on yourself and focusing on your independence. So if you were expecting someone to react a certain way, they're not going to do that. If you were expecting someone to step up and, step to the plate, they may disappoint you, but this is going to help you focus on yourself once again. But the Moon card is here to show that there are hidden aspects or secrets. There's something good that's coming in. Some of you, this is around Valentine's Day. And there's also an emphasis on the full moon. You see how these two cards, the moon is full in the background. So I feel like a lot of you are affected by moon cycles. But with the Taurus card being here, you're a spiritual teacher, or you're some type of teacher in whatever your area of expertise is. So think about sometimes going from the student position to the position of teaching others the knowledge that you have, because you can actually change people's lives. And this is also an emphasis on contracts. So be careful of the contracts that you're signing. Read the fine print around this time. It is Mercury retrograde, so there tends to be a lot more inconveniences around this time than throughout the year. And with the Six of Swords here, some of you are having a hard time moving on from either a person, something that you were close to, and it's just because you're holding on to it because of fear. So if you're not in a high vibrational relationship that helps you push forward and, elevate, then you could be holding on to someone because of the sake of the contract that's there, even though your intuition tells you like this is not the person that you're meant to be with long term, or that, your time together is up and it's best for you to be single. That's not going to resonate with everyone. But some of you are in relationships that are keeping you stagnant, and part of it is admitting that to yourself so that you can move forward, or you'll remain in that energy of stagnancy. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Because of the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so some of you are connected to an individual that's in the King of Pentacles energy in reverse. So not only are they not grounded, they're not stable, they don't have structure, they don't know how to spend their money wisely. So this could be somebody who gambles, or they take unnecessary risks in the form of Pentacles. And you've been defensive towards this person for a while. If you're in a relationship with them, you've been contemplating either ending things if you've already spoke up and there's no changes happening, or you're just holding on to this person because they brought stability and structure into your life at some point in time. But if it's been a long time and this individual has not shown any signs of changes, then you need to be honest with yourself, and you'll know if this is you, because your intuition has been screaming at you to let someone go who does not bring abundance into your life. And they want you to be more childlike and to put more time and emphasis into your inner child, whether this is just dancing, singing, going out swimming. There's something that you need to do to feed your inner child, because a lot of you have either not laughed in a long time, or you're just very serious and cutthroat, which is for a good reason. I'm not faulting you for that, but you kind of have to let that energy go sometimes, because the Eight of Swords is in the bottom of the deck, and the Eight of Swords is all about release. On this side, it's about entrapment and keeping yourself mentally stuck and bound. But because it is in the release energy, you've already addressed the things that you need to change. Now it's about taking action and not remaining in that stagnant energy of just kind of being in your head and not knowing how to execute whatever plans you may have for the future. Six of Cups is also here to show that there is an emphasis on children. So if you have kids, this is the time to focus more on them. And if you don't have children, then there's someone from the past that wants to come in that can most likely be a better fit for you. But with the Chariot, you have to make that decision to move forward. So if you've been teeter-tottering between staying in a relationship and going, once you make that decision, that's when you'll move forward. But if you don't make a decision, you'll just remain stuck. If you're single, you need to choose yourself and focus on yourself, self-care, self-love, self-admiration. Someone new is going to come in. This person is going to be very stable. Right now, their back is turned because they haven't shown up yet. But this is going to be the energy of a power couple, or someone that can help alleviate any wounds that you may be carrying, because the underlining energy was the Three of Swords, which is healing from heartbreak and pain and disappointment. So this could be a sign that maybe some of you need to let your guard down so that someone new can come in and prove themselves, because this King of Pentacles is sitting on a throne. So they're very grounded. Once they choose you, they choose to invest into you until, they have no other choice to. So be careful. You have dealt with people that have been in and out, or people that have been inconsistent. But when someone new does come in this energy, just try to be receptive to it, because I do see some of you are a bit harsh. And it's because of the circumstances that you've been in. But don't let certain factors of your life turn you bitter. So the Eight of Swords is here as well with the Death card. You're going to be going through major changes, not only within, but I feel like externally as well. There could also be an ending to a relationship, because we go from the Hierophant, which is a connection or a marriage, to the Death card, which is the Grim Reaper coming in and splitting two people apart, or creating major changes in the shift between the dynamic creating a major shift in the dynamic of these two people. My gosh. Retrograde energy. But you're the person wearing red because you have all this wisdom and knowledge. And this is the other person who was keeping you stuck because they were not aware of what they were doing. Or once they were aware, they just were not willing to address anything that's keeping them from moving forward with you as well. So that's what I'm seeing. Messages that you need to have for the next 2 weeks. Open intuition. Exactly. Listen to your intuition. If you feel something's off, most likely it is. Third eye vision. So you're going to be getting some sort of like energetic downloads or upgrades. So some of you could start seeing shadows in the corner of your eyes, orbs. Your intuition is going to get stronger. So when you think of someone, it's like they're going to reach out to you shortly after that. And with ground your light, they're basically just reiterating what I've been saying this whole reading, is that you need to ground yourself. That's so funny. By going out to the grass, sitting down, meditating, because this person is in a meditation state. And that will help not only clear your chakras, but to balance them as well. So that's the end of your reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.